Nakitlong ka Ri Khasi. Ngiwan lam siya pi ko sngur bakhuit parpasngam. Ka Biej aqua. Si postnem dang yai pinja sliang.
The next gen Tata Tiago. Dual tone interior, dual smartphone deck but wireless charger. Zip fast 100% watt shakmat batterian, blind view monitor, bakiway. Tek kum ki kaliram, hagador ke bejam, tak 6.2 lak. Just wow.
Umarsen Podjelek, ubadiu Nongtem kita, Nongtau, but Nongpenmi Jingruai, Ubana Ripolan, Ulawan Boy Shillong, Shuabu Unsatem, Hakakat Artrik Unailar Hajar Arpunriu, Lariti Performing Center, Hamaukasyang New Shillong. Hapakren Shapang Jingwan Jong U Meghalaya, but Kijinglong Jongajaka, Umarsen, Ulapun Pawba, Usnotanat, but Shoh Biej, Yaganiga jylla, Kabadon, Yakajingitanat Jogame Mariang, but Kijinglong Bukerpang Jongathan. Habayatu Shapang Jingwan Jong U Shillong, Uloong ba, Nadukat Lingsun, Jusange Bandring video, na Marga Jingitanat Jongame Mariang. Umarsen lakrenru Shapang Jingi Jingruai Kinong India, Batpan Pag Jingkermen Schem, Baka Jingwan Jongo Jong U Meghalaya, Kanya Rap Ban Plelinti Shoh, Nakabenta Kinong Ruai Jonggiri Kaprathe, Banyasam Markaliang, Hakabay Day, Baka Call Shore Bat Ki Jingruai. Kum Shibenta Jonga Jinge Day Jong U Bat Ki Meghalaya, Haka Jingruai Bathamai, Umarsen, Unyashimbenta Haka Jingyalang Bat Ki Samla Puli, Kantop Ki Nongruai Ki Bahapo, Ka Program Chief Ministers Meghalaya Grassroots Music Program, Ulai Kublay Ka Jingtmu Jonga jylla, Ka Bawan Rai Ka Rinsan, Haka Baki Nongruai Batangki, Ki Laban Yo Jingikai, Ya Trailang, Bat Banpen Pau Perthe, Haki Jilli Ki Kamarwai, Daga Jingtmu Ban Kantil Ya Ki Sap Ki Pong, Kaniga Shoh Kandoni Ki Jingruai Zdang, No Chegim, Durama, Banarilum Garo, Haringat Ka Kinhon, Leo Boys, Banarilum Khasi, Bat Ka larger than 90, Banarilum Jaintia. Ka Jingwan Jong Umarsen, Podjelek, Ka Dailingba Ka Trailang, Hapadeng Umentri Rang Ba Ka jylla, Kwanwat Ki Sangma, Ka Tana Tourism, Ka Sorkar jylla, Bat Ka CM, MGMP, Ka Bapen Klan Ki Jing Persyang Jong Ka jylla, Ban Pen Pau Perthai Ki Sap Ki Pong Jong Ki Nongruai, Ki Jingruai Ki Banapo Ka jylla, Bat Ki Nongruai Ka Leng Ka Perthai.
Literally the lifeline of this city is the music, and Marcin was very kind enough to come yesterday for the riff-off challenge that we had, where we saw multiple guitar players from Shillong perform, but he also managed to catch what talent of music we have with the band Blue Temptation playing yesterday. So that was fun. Before we get on with everything that we want to do, I think there are a few things that we need to first highlight and thank. On this particular tour, it wouldn't have been possible without the good folks at Jameson Ginger Ale. But most importantly, for us, bringing him to Shillong wouldn't have been possible without the Chief Minister's MGMP program being our partner to bring him over here. The tourism department of the government of Meghalaya has been of great support, not just in terms of promotions, but in terms of going the extra mile to making sure that the event tomorrow is something that Shillong will remember for a long time to come. Marcin, what makes touring this part of the world different than touring the rest of the world, where touring is a very organized business, it's a very organized system? I think for us, the touring business is something that's just starting to take off. We are in the initial years of our existence. So what makes it different for you?
Yeah, well, I think there's a stereotype in the world that India is disorganized, but I actually have not felt that way so far. Honestly, like I'm being very frank. It's been definitely comparable to any other tour that I've had in the world, and definitely better than some of them, some of the more unlucky ones, let's say. So honestly, I'm very impressed, and Arpan has been doing a great job, so kudos to him. I think the biggest change that I feel in India is with the audience, because the audience is so young, such a young audience. I think if you took a survey, then the median age would be like 16 or something. Wouldn't you agree? Like it's younger than me. So I feel like an old man, and I'm 25, So that's lovely, and I think because they're so young and they're so hungry, and they really want to experience something different and something new, that's why they're so loud. So like that's what Arpan is saying. In Delhi we had a small concert. For me it's like 400 people, 500 people. That's a small show. but the decibel levels of the audience were extreme. Excuse me, they were just extremely loud, which is phenomenal, you know? Like it feels like a party. And even in Bengaluru, and when we had a nicer, bigger show, say 1,000 people around that, and seated, still, like, it feels like it doesn't feel like I'm playing to a wall, you know? It feels like I'm playing to real, like, living, breathing young people who really want to, like, conquer the world and, like, learn music and make something of their own. So it's a more, like, tactile feeling, you know? Like, everything is so real and so responsive. It's hard to explain in words, but it's definitely like a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what's happened very well on the tour is how Marcin has been feeding off the energy of the audience and vice versa. It's like you can feel the energy in the room being there. I think that's been a very encouraging part of this entire tour for us. Yeah.
Marcin, we've seen
If
you
you
collaborate.
can we your name, the publication, and then if you can ask a
Hi,
question.
my name is Nipan. I'm from Hot News, a local news.
Hi.
I'm a big fan of you. I've followed you on YouTube.
Thank you so much.
And I've seen your collaboration with Bolivia.
Yes.
And there's a basis here in India. Her name is Mohini Day. I don't know if you're aware
Of course, I know her personally.
Would we see a collaboration with her in the future?
Wow, that's a great question. I didn't expect Mohini to be name dropped here. Well, I don't have plans right now to collab with her, but I would love to be honest. I mean, I have met her before. We met, I think, if I'm right, we met in Miami. Steve Vai did like guitar clinic kind of thing, and I believe she was there. Maybe it was somewhere else that we met now. Maybe it was Nam. I'm not sure. But she's amazing. I mean, I look at her on Instagram all the time. She pops up and it's phenomenal how she plays. I think she's one of the best bass players in the world. Doesn't matter male or female, doesn't matter. She's absolute top. So to be honest with you, yeah, it's possible. The next music that I'm making is a little bit different. Like it's maybe a little bit heavier, to be honest. And Mohini is a bit more fusion, I think, like jazz. So I think maybe in the next few years, why not? She's incredible. So, yeah.
Also, we see your percussion style of playing. You integrate electronic into it.
Yeah.
What makes you go towards that?
Well, another good question. Oh, excuse me. Another good question from you. You mean electronics, like the production, or do you mean the electric guitar? What do you mean? Which one? The production. It's a good question. I think that the problem that acoustic guitar has is that the acoustic guitarist, the solo guitarist, they don't try to reach normal people. You know, they only remain in this bubble of percussive players and acoustic players, and it's a tiny group. Like probably the amount of people in this room right now, that's how many professional percussive guitar players are in the world, you know? It's very small, very, very small. And if you keep doing a similar sound over and over, you will never grow the style beyond some small group, you know? And my mission has always been to bring the percussive style to as many people as possible. Like if you consider like Bob Marley, you know, he brought reggae to the world. Or like Paco de Lucia brought flamenco guitar to the world. This is the best thing I can hope for. You know, still a lot of work, yeah, but I think with the use of a big show, big lights, with some production, some like big bass hits, some string production, and all of that I do myself. You know, I'm a composer as well, so it's important for me to have a real artistic expression and not just a sort of 90-minute technical showcase. Because that's what Arpan said, like you need to keep the audience engaged for an hour and a half. That's a long time for one guy on stage to engage the audience, so this is why. Climbing a mountain right now. So really it was like I had my phone in the car and I was looking at the map and I see it's like Bhutan is here, is Nepal is here, India is there. And I feel like this is absolutely incredible how far music has taken me. Because let's be honest, Shillong is a remote city, right? Like, I mean, it's one of the most remote places I've been to in my life. So this is the first impression, is very, very exotic. But then getting into the city after like 3.5 hours of driving, I was so impressed that it's like a real city, you know, like it's have the neon lights, you know, the nighttime life, and then Arpan took us to the blues show. It's just it's like a learning process for me, because again I come from a very different country, very different culture, and you don't expect places in such remote locations to be as cool, you know, it's just cool. Even look at this cafe, like how cool is this? Like I could go to this cafe in New York, you know, and it would be great, and I'm in Shillong, so I'm just very impressed, frankly.
So I'm from Chief Minister's Meghalaya.
Oh, amazing. Nice to
Music
meet you.
project. So I'm the representative. My name is Jeremy.
Jeremy.
And I was told that there was going to be a fusion of sorts where you would jam with the local artists. And my question is, what is your take on the local, or basically the Indian music that you've heard so far?
Yeah.
And do you see yourself maybe doing a fusion, or do you see
Yes.
yourself working with classical Indian music, or just, you know, a local guitarist over here? If there's a plan, could you...
Another good question. Many good questions today. Yes and yes and yes. I mean, Arpan has been great with organizing this. I think tomorrow we're heading out to meet some musicians, meet some students, talk to them, jam with them, maybe make some video with them. It's all natural, you know, like when teams try to give me some ideas, I always tell them, like, let's try to make it as natural as possible, yeah? So if I have something in my head, we try to make it work, but then when we get there and I meet them, I meet the buskers, I meet the students, then we make it happen. So it's no stress, like music is not about stress. We don't want to plan too much, but I think tomorrow we'll make it work. And about classical Indian music, I've been, and again, I'm being very honest here, I've been in a big awe of how deep the Indian music goes. A lot of for Western people, looking at traditional music, a lot of the time we are very arrogant, you know, because like we look at traditional music, folk music, and we think, oh, it's primitive, or it's like not like full of depth as much as we would like it to be. And sometimes it's true, to be honest. In some other parts of the world, it's a little bit, you know, more how to say, like it's not as in depth as some other parts of music in the world. But in India, it's the opposite. I think like we're the primitive ones, maybe, because I listen to like some of the time signatures, you know, and the rhythms, and the whole like speaking and playing. I don't know what it's called. You know, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, so Indian classical music has, you know, the instruments going along with, you know,
The syllables.
yeah, the syllables, the ragas, everything. So yeah,
Vocal rhythm.
Yeah, and
One
it's
is called Konopol.
Konopol, that's what I wanted. That's what I need. Konopol, yeah. So I saw that happen in real time in Mumbai. I did a little collaboration already with like a
Mridangam player.
Yeah, exactly, a percussionist player. Yeah, maybe today I share it online. And then thanks to Arpan in Delhi, we did a collaboration with a huge sitar player. I don't know if I can.
Rishabh Sharma.
Oh, Rishabh Sharma.
I think you know, better known as you know, Rishabh Rikiram. I think he represents the new generation of sitar players. I think there are two sides to what Rishabh has done fantastically well. I think there was a little bit of a void that was left in Indian classical music after the death of Pandit Ravi Shankar. And so we have a new generation of sitar players now, and Rishabh is the face of that. So we got a small fun collab going between them. We call it Sitar X Guitar. So how does it sound when the best of the both worlds come together, right? So fundamentally what's happened on this tour is while he's going to different parts of the country, he's had different collaborations. Tomorrow, in association with the Chief Minister's MGMP, there are a couple of students that will get to learn from Marcin himself, which is something that we will be capturing on video in a picturesque location in Shillong. We don't want to give all the information away. We want to keep some surprises as well. So that's definitely going to happen. I think what's happened is that we've had one jam session with a Mridangam player, you know, traditional Carnatic, you know, music style. Marcin was very kind enough to get, you know, a young fan of his who was the winner of the riff-off as well.
Harsh.
to get on stage at NMSCC along with his sister as well, who are Shreya, who are all percussive guitar players, and
This is incredible, you know. Online, they were these two young Indian kids. Essentially, they were supporting me for almost 10 years now. So they must have been like tiny, you know. I mean, I was tiny, so they must have been really tiny. And even when I was very little known, no one knew about me at all, they were already there and messaging me and talking to me. So through the years, even though my profile grew, I kept in touch with them because it's like such a natural connection. And when I finally came to India, I invited them on stage, the MAACC, and it was a brother-sister duo. Like, how incredible. Even they posted it on their Instagram like yesterday maybe, and it's doing very well for them, like the performance. So it's just a beautiful, natural, organic. In India there's not much fakeness, you know. In the West, in America, in Europe, a lot of people are pretending, like, oh, I'm so cool, I can do this, I can do that, I'm so cool. Here, everyone is just natural. So this is a big, great thing about this place. Well, the real answer to your question is that I don't think about it. You know, I mean, I've been touring professionally for 2 years now, which I know is not that much, but it's been essentially non-stop 2 years of world touring. So I think I've reached a point where I have enough confidence that I bring a show and I know what the show is and I know what I can expect from the reaction. And of course, Arpan has been telling me non-stop how musically inclined Shillong is and how everyone here respects music and appreciates music. But that just makes me more excited. It doesn't make me more nervous because I love musicians, you know, I'm a musician myself. So I want to play for them, I want to talk to them, interact. And the fact that it's a more Western scene, it doesn't change much for me because I come from Europe, right? So when I play in New York or I play in Paris, I play for, you know, Western musicians. So frankly, I will just see what happens and that's it. Like it's all natural, you know, no stress.
Iperti yang tau ke Iwan, ko wi ko peram kwa okhanai pi.
Ivan ไปคอนแบมกว่าลายสกอตมั้งคันเอาตอมฉันแน่พลังนี่ทำเป็นโบดเองกินหลักพัก
Bon sen ki bu juk kli pha ki yang tang ki khmat phom chna yi yo pho yo dai
มานี่ก็ทลายโทษเลยนี่ไว้ทลาวลินได้ลิวัน
Hey kena Hey Punya terang
Testament kami bây giờ tạo phong hay dùng. Thầu tăng quan chân nào gitu.
Thế chứ sẽ thấy dùng rồi.
Còn Ivan ông rồi cái bên su gà gram mò tao đã bún gà gram tem etiar đi phi.
Man ka sni he ching im yang dab du I ching le ke ni ching dong
Mem kiki kama wadi bonari that the you visit pang la sini da da biga. Taman nam ya hat.
Em stel là năm sang kêu kêu bà
Katala nga mem du ching ke
da wan ra ga ko khut ki ka skill Meghalaya. Pe min padi yang phi ko online ni training ko le banai ne mata wo chna wo thai suru.
Nga ko ai amma lai. Nan du de ne tek.
Lai kan ran yo yang kalat kulat.
Ta pengal cepo.
Nga nong dang cha naman po yung cha bam tum na ba. Ha pa phi ni.
Ini.
Phi ai tu ha.
Hayuan telep oki im sen wa khang hakmat ka be upa.
Nei wa ya ka kani kan.
Papalang nong pa tu AP yang
Khang ni ko jau la training pa. Ve etne sahab.
Tang hikai ni suru ya gini perlok. Dewa wong. Hikai ko nong kong daga sampel desain ko ar. Daw hikai daga desain mana je ya kan ga sampel desain. Dah ni dah gam tu nak lihat itu. Tu.
Hakmat ka perthai. Pen yo du ichimen nir khai.
Gini ke check ko ram sarkar ma.
Mesin dia skeda kamu kwa
Ni saya yung right na kon. Yo soi na.
Makam dah sebon. Kakang ada.
Suruh kong na itu rumit baik. Pih ini cina bahama yo rak sesandar jan hara.
Oh, yang ngalak padar jan spi. Tak, saya sebon mak tak mama.